Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Ken. Today we're going to make some blue crab chowder, and on top of it I'm going to deep fry some oysters, and we'll place 2 or 3 of them on top just to give it a little bit of extra crunch. Now I'm going to start up with, I've got some bacon that I've cut up. We're going to add this to this pan. We're going to let this bacon get going, get it good and crisp, and then we're going to add some other ingredients to it. Alright, now that you see our bacon's getting good and crisp, we're going to add some more to this. I'm going to add about a cup of chopped onions and a little garlic. It's just one nice big Vidalia onion that we've got cut up. I'm going to stir this up with that bacon grease. Start cooking these onions down a little bit. Also to this, I'm going to add 2 stalks of chopped celery, some chopped mushrooms, and we've got enough flavor going. Add a little bit of butter to it too. That's probably about half a stick of butter. I'm going to stir this all up, really let these mushrooms and onions cook way down. Then we'll have a start for our chowder. Okay, now our mushrooms are starting to cook down a little bit. See, the celery's getting nice and soft. Now to this, make me a little spot here, I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of flour. Stir this up, get a good mix going with it. I'm going to add a little Worcestershire to this and some hot sauce. We're going to take some of our stock and put in here, just a little bit of chicken broth. Oh, just enough to kind of get this stuff moving around. There we go. All right, now we're going to take these, we're going to kind of switch pots. So I'm going to add a lot more to this. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this box and another one. You want about 8 cups of chicken broth that we're going to put in this. And you really want to get this stirred up well. You can see it's starting to take on a really beautiful little color to it. Now we're going to go ahead and add our potatoes. Got about 4 medium-sized potatoes that I cut up, and then about a cup of freshly cut corn. Use fresh corn. You don't really want to use anything out of the can that kind of gets a little mushy. You want that little extra crunch to it. Now we're also going to add about a quart of half and half to this. That, pull that in. Now you're going to want to let this cook probably for about an hour. You really want these flavors to start blending together. You don't want to put in your crab just yet. Crab's already been cooked, so it won't take long just to get heated all up. Okay, now we're going to let this cook for about an hour, and while this is cooking, we're going to start deep frying up some of our oysters. All right, now that our oil's up to 350 degrees, we're going to start breading up our oysters and just drop them down in here. Probably get you a handful, do a couple at a time. This last batch in here. Now that our chowder's been cooking for a little while, we're going to go ahead and add our crab meat to it. Now I've got a pound of lump crab meat that I'm going to add to this. How good does that look? Let's get this all stirred in there. Look at those chunks of crab meat in there. All right, get this really good and stirred up. Give this a try. It's a bowl. Look at all the chunks in there. Now, let me show you what we're going to do with our oysters here. We're going to take a couple of our oysters, just a few, let them float there on top. All right, let's give this a try. Get a big chunk of our oyster, some of that crab. Folks, that is delicious. Those oysters are amazing. Well, I hope you enjoyed In the Kitchen with Ken this week, and I hope you give this recipe a try. Remember to check out my fan page on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.